Alright, hello there, I'm Automagic and I'll be doing a quick and dirty guide on how to do the 3 levels of the moonwalk, going from the basic moonwalk to the super moonwalk and finally to the boosted super moonwalk. First I will demonstrate the 3 different variations using Zhurong. Since she has the slowest super moonwalk, hers is a bit easier to follow along with. Alright, so for the basic moonwalk it'll look a little something like this. It looks like you're running forward, but moving backwards during your running forward animation. For the super moonwalk, it'll look a little something like this. It's an extended version of your normal moonwalk. And for the boosted super moonwalk, it's a faster version of the super moonwalk. This is only really useful for Zhurong and Ashani since their super moonwalks are relatively slow. Just to demonstrate what I mean by relatively slow, I'll be showing off Wei Shan's super moonwalk since his is one of, if not the fastest in the game. And if you do it just right, you can get enough speed to kill yourself. So, before we get into practicing, I recommend 2 things. I recommend you select the Chaos Lab stage, since it gives you the most horizontal room to work with using this top platform. And I also recommend changing your controls a bit. First, you want to have your left cardinals a little bit lower. The reason being you want these gray 45 ranges between the cardinal directions to be pretty wide. So I recommend like lowering them from the default. I also recommend increasing the sensitivity a little bit from the default so that your initial dash is a bit easier to get, as well as making sure that diagonal walking is on. Anything else past this is basically preference. So the very first level, the basic moonwalk, is pretty simple to do. All that's required is that during your initial dash, which is right as you flick the stick, your character will take a step forward. During this animation, as quickly as you can, you want to move the control stick from the forward position to a backwards walking position. So one way you can do this is flicking forward and then slightly angling it back, but this is pretty hard and inconsistent. So I recommend going into either the up back or the down back positions. And you can do this simply by rolling the stick from forward to down back or up back. If you have tap jump off, I recommend going from forward to up back, as it'll make the next part a bit easier. A little tip for when you're practicing your moonwalk: if you're turning around but not getting that dash, you're not flicking the stick hard enough. So you want to make sure you at least get that initial dash. Next, for the super moonwalk, once you've learned how to do a moonwalk, it's the same input. You do a basic moonwalk, and then right before you get this turnaround from holding back, so see how I turn around if I keep holding back? Right before you get that, you want to go forward again. So when you're going forward again, you can't crouch, so you can pass through and you can't go into neutral. As long as you don't crouch and go into neutral, anything else is fair game. So see right here how I'm holding my stick slightly down? You can go through this angle. So if you're going from forward to down back to do your moonwalk, you can go through that slight down angle to go into down forward. But if you're going into up back, which is what I recommended it previously, you can simply go into the up forward position, just roll the stick backwards, and you'll get that super moonwalk. So if you have tap jump on, you won't be able to go through this up position because you'll get a jump as soon as you roll it from up back to up forward. But as long as you don't have it on, this is the ideal method. Last but not least, the boosted super moonwalk. So building off of what we got before, we do the moonwalk into the super moonwalk again. And to get the boosted part, all we have to do is take the up forward position and roll it to forward. If we're already at forward, because we went from up back to forward, we just roll it to up forward. So whichever one we're not in, we want to roll it into that position. Just what I usually do, just to make it more consistent, I usually try to like rock it between where I was and the next position. So if I go from forward to up back to up forward, I'll continuously rock it between the forward and the up forward to get the boost consistent. So kind of what my stick is doing right now, where it's rocking between the forward and up forward. So just to show it off. So right there, that's faster than her normal super moonwalk. That's because I did that little rock at the end of it. And a tip for when you're doing the super moonwalk, if you turn around during your super moonwalk like that and then dash back, that means you held the super or the original moonwalk for too long, and you have to press the forward position again quicker. Alright, and that was my simple guide to the 3 variations of the moonwalk. Thank you for watching. One last little thing before I go. If you guys have any questions about the execution or any questions at all really, just let me know in the comments. And CAKO, if you or any of the other devs are watching, please don't remove this mechanic. I think it's really cool. It's a really interesting mechanic. I understand if you nerf the movement speed, Wei Shan killing himself because he's going the speed of light, it doesn't really make sense, so I understand if you get rid of that, but please don't get rid of it entirely. Thanks for watching.